Is your excessive goodness becoming your curse? Are you helping everyone out there only to find yourself completely lonely in the end? If yes, then beware. Acharya Chanakya shares a bitter truth of life. It is good to be honest, but excessive honesty can push you straight to the graveyard. Yes, my friends, in this selfish world, whether you want to live like a lion or get slaughtered like a helpless sheep is entirely your choice. According to Chanakya, it is not enough for a person to always be a saint. In certain situations, it is absolutely necessary to become bad or tough. What are those 15 situations? Why should you be harsh? In today's video, we are going to uncover these brutal life lessons. Watch until the end without skipping and let the change begin with you. When we look at Chanakya's Niti Shastra, he doesn't just tell us to always be good. His core argument is that excessive goodness pushes a person into weakness. According to him, to survive in this society, a person must be tough, clever, and appear bad in the eyes of the world. Before we look into the 15 keys shared by Chanakya, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right now and also comment Jai Gurudev. Come, let's explore these 15 essential aspects of life through Chanakya's perspective. The story of the straight tree and the wise sage. Deep within the dense forest, there stood a magnificent sandalwood tree. And like the twisted, thorny bushes and crooked trees around it, the straight tree grew perfectly straight, tall, and proud. It possessed a heart of pure gold, bursting with sweet fragrance and boundless kindness. It welcomed everyone with open arms. Whenever a woodcutter entered the forest looking for timber, the straight tree would think, "Let me help him support his family." Because it was perfectly straight and accessible, the woodcutters chose it every single time, hacking away at its branches. Wild animals scratched its smooth bark, and people carelessly plucked its fragrant leaves. Yet the tree never resisted, believing that being good meant bearing every pain silently. Over time, the glorious tree was reduced to a scarred, broken stump, standing lonely in the cold. It looked at the crooked, thorny trees nearby, untouched, safe, and flourishing, and cried out in bitter loneliness, "Why did my goodness become my curse?" One evening, a wise wandering sage sat near the broken tree. Sensing its deep sorrow, the sage whispered, "Do not blame the world, dear tree. You forgot a fundamental truth of survival. In a forest full of axes, being completely defenseless isn't virtue, it is foolishness. To survive, you must keep your heart pure on the inside but grow thorns on the outside to signal that you cannot be destroyed." The tree closed its eyes as Chanakya's ultimate truth echoed through the forest. The straightest trees are always cut down first, and the most honest people are always exploited first. 1. Giving up excessive simplicity. Chanakya's most famous quote says, "In a forest, the straight tree is always cut down first." People with excessive simplicity or innocence are easily used and exploited by society. If you are too soft, people will try to walk all over you. Therefore, looking a bit rigid or tough to the outside world is a powerful defensive strategy. A person should never show his soft nature everywhere. You must have the wisdom to know how to behave in front of different people. Too much honesty and humility can lead to your defeat in certain situations. So, no matter how soft your heart is on the inside, it is essential to appear strong and a bit tough to the outside world. Being honest is not wrong, but only as long as your honesty does not harm you. A person must learn a bit of harshness when dealing with this deceitful world to protect your own life interests. Otherwise, wicked people will easily make you their scapegoat. 2. Being ruthless with enemies. Some might say forgiving an enemy is a great virtue. But, according to Chanakya, showing mercy to an enemy is like opening the door to your own destruction. When an enemy is weak, you must finish them completely or defeat them thoroughly. Otherwise, they will recover and attack you again.
To win a war or a competition, you must leave emotions behind. Showing mercy to an enemy might feel like goodness, but on the battlefield of life, it is fatal. Identifying your enemy's weakness and neutralizing them is vital for your safety, even if it makes you look bad to the world. Even if a snake is not poisonous, it must raise its head and pretend to be poisonous. Similarly, showing those who trouble you that you can be dangerous is necessary for your survival. The tactics used to crush an enemy might look cruel to the world, but that badness is inevitable to protect yourself and your loved ones.
3. Understanding the importance of selfishness. Chanakya says that behind every friendship there is some form of self-interest. This is a bitter truth, but it is reality. A person must first look after their own well-being. If you are not strong and capable yourself, you cannot give anything to society or anyone else. Therefore, you must be a little selfish about your own progress. Those who live only for others eventually end up with nothing. While crossing the obstacles created by others to reach your goals, you may be called selfish. However, these efforts for your own growth form the foundation of your success. Even if the world sees this as a bad trait, it is crucial for self-reliance. It is never good to sacrifice too much in relationships. To maintain your value and respect, you must learn to say no in certain places. Putting your needs first is not arrogance, it is wisdom. This kind of healthy selfishness will eventually make you a respected person in society. 4. Guarding your secrets strictly. Never reveal your deepest secrets to anyone, even if that person is your closest friend. The human mind is unstable. A friend today could become an enemy tomorrow. If others know your weaknesses or your future goals, they can use them as weapons against you. You must be very strict about keeping your secrets hidden. People usually call those who share everything good people. But revealing your plans before executing them is pure foolishness. Keeping your goals and working styles hidden might make you look deceptive to others. Even so, this move is incredibly important for your success. The one who can guard a secret is always safe. Learning the secrets of others while keeping yours hidden is a core part of life strategy. You should trust no one blindly in this regard. You must remain a bit mysterious or closed off when it comes to your personal life and career. 5. Being strict in money matters. Society does not respect someone without money. True to the saying, money rules the world, saving money for hard times is absolutely essential. Those who have a soft attitude towards money or spend it excessively will soon face trouble. It doesn't matter if people call you a miser while you are earning and saving your wealth. You must be extremely cautious when lending money to relatives or friends. Money lent out often ruins both the wealth and the relationship. Being tough in financial dealings might look like a bad quality to others. However, everyone needs this strict nature to achieve financial freedom. Wealth acts as a protective shield in society. People and relatives stay with you only when you have financial stability. Therefore, instead of being emotional on the path of earning and protecting wealth, thinking practically and a bit harshly is the best choice for your future. 6. The toughness to respond to insults. To live with dignity in society, self-respect is very important. When someone insults you for no reason or damages your character, staying quiet is not goodness, it is helplessness. According to Chanakya, even if a snake is not venomous, it should not stop hissing. Similarly, a person must show anger to protect themselves. Someone who quietly tolerates insults quickly loses their value in society. People are always ready to step on such people. Therefore, when someone attacks your dignity, acting tough or bad by giving them a fitting reply becomes inevitable. This harshness actually forces others to respect you. If a person does not respect himself, the world will never respect him. When raising your voice against injustice done to you, you may appear fierce or arrogant to society. But the truth is, such a tough image protects you from future exploitation and insults. 7. Cutting ties, cutthroat style with the wicked. We must be completely ruthless when cutting ties with people who block our progress or ruin our character. Many times in the name of old friendship or relationships, we tolerate toxic people. But Chanakya says that if a poisonous wound is not cut away, it spreads to the entire body. Therefore, you must take a harsh decision to discard such people. If you stay with wicked people, the results of their bad deeds will eventually affect you too. When leaving them, you might be called a traitor or someone who doesn't value friendship. That is perfectly fine. Accepting the label of being bad is great for your peace of mind and growth. Loneliness is far better than toxic company. A person must quickly identify who is a true well-wisher and who is a hidden enemy. Keeping everyone close just to look good is foolishness. The harshness you show in throwing out people who damage your personality or mislead you will save you from massive disasters in the future. 8. Following strict rules to punish wrongdoers. When you are in power or a position of responsibility, showing excessive mercy is harmful to the institution or family. When punishing someone who made a mistake, you should not look at whether they are your loved one or friend. Even if you look cruel while enforcing strict rules, it is absolutely necessary to uphold justice and maintain order. Those who forgive a criminal are indirectly supporting that crime. Though mercy is a good quality, it does not create fear in the minds of wrongdoers. Therefore, acting strictly to maintain discipline is unavoidable. While this hardness looks bad from the outside, it is highly noble for the welfare of the group. If there is no fear in society, there will be no respect for order. People walk on the right path only when they know that a mistake brings certain punishment. To create that healthy fear, you must take tough decisions like a strict leader. Never forget that excessive softness weakens your leadership and your personality.
9. Giving up excessive attachment. If a person gets too attached to anything or anyone, it makes them weak. Excessive infatuation towards family, friends, or wealth can pull you away from the path of truth and justice. While breaking the emotional bonds that block your progress and moving forward, you might look like someone with a heart of stone. An emotional person can never take the right decisions. To reach the big goals of life, certain personal comforts or attachments must be pushed aside. In this path, you might look selfish or heartless to your family or society. But this exact toughness transforms an ordinary person into a great leader. Attachment blinds a person's wisdom. For example, if an officer does not punish his son out of attachment when the son commits a crime, it becomes a failure of duty. In such situations, setting aside attachment and giving priority to justice might look like a bad move to some, but it is the right step in the eyes of justice. 10. The courage to speak the bitter truth. A person who speaks only to please everyone can never be truly honest. Excessive sweet talk can often be a sign of a deceiver. Generally, society does not like a person who speaks the truth without hiding anything. They call him arrogant or rude, but to protect your interests, this straight-talking attitude is required. You can win people temporarily with false praise, but it is not permanent. Standing up fiercely when something goes against your principles and speaking the truth directly shows the strength of your character. You might lose some friends or be called a bitter person because of this. The truth is always bitter, and the one who speaks it looks bad to the world. But a life of direct talk and honesty is far more respectable than a life of deception. There's no need to lie or support wrong deeds just to please someone. The uncompromising stance you show here builds you into a person of strong character.
11. Staying alert with a healthy dose of skepticism. According to Chanakya, trust must always have a limit. Blind trust paves the path to destruction. Trusting a person without testing them is pure foolishness. When you look at everyone with a watchful eye, society might call you a distrustful or a skeptic, but this trait is highly important for your safety. Even an honest person can change depending on time and situations. There is always a chance that your closest or most trusted people might stab you in the back. Therefore, staying alert and testing every move in both professional and personal life is essential. This carefulness saves you from massive betrayals. Trust should never become a blindfold over your eyes. Know exactly how much to open up in front of whom. Your high level of alertness might annoy others or make you look like a bad, untrusting person. Yet, this watchful mind works like a defensive wall to protect your secrets and success. 12. Adapting with calculated opportunism. Life is a battlefield, and if you sit tightly holding on to rigid ideals here, winning becomes impossible. You must know how to bend like a snake or roar like a lion depending on the situation. Sometimes, bending a little to get a job done or changing your strategy cleverly is not wrong. The world might call this opportunism and criticize you. A successful person should not just value emotions, but they must change their strategies according to the need of the hour. Rules are not life, rules exist for life. While making small adjustments for your higher goals, you might look cunning, but when final success becomes yours, those criticisms mean nothing. A person who does not use opportunities properly lags behind in life. While grabbing a given opportunity, the necessity to push past others might arrive. Even if this looks like bad behavior in this competitive world, this smartness or opportunism is a quality everyone must have to climb the ladder of success.
13. Hiding your vulnerabilities strictly. Never show your inner fear, pain, or weaknesses to the world. The moment you look weak in front of others, they start controlling you. Let your face always radiate confidence. Even if you are hurting deeply inside, appearing as tough as a rock on the outside creates fear and respect in the minds of others. People generally think that those who show sympathy and vulnerability are good, but sympathy makes you dependent on others. Sharing your struggles does not reduce your burden, instead it gives an advantage to your enemies. Therefore, suppressing your emotions and looking tough is necessary for your self-defense. No matter how much trouble you are in, face the situation with courage instead of acting soft. This quality might make you look arrogant or heartless to others, but this toughness that hides your weakness becomes your strength in society and frees you from exploitation. 14. Using clever tactics for good goals. To reach a good and noble goal, taking a twisted path sometimes is not wrong at all. Chanakya says that if a success cannot be achieved through a straight path, then a little cleverness or strategy must be used. Just like the strategies Lord Krishna used to protect righteousness, there is nothing wrong in using a little bit of tact for a good cause. The world does not run purely on simplicity. There are many out there plotting to defeat you. To win against them, you must display smartness or clever tactics, just like they do. On this path, you might get the name of a bad person or a schemer, but when winning is important, these labels become meaningless. A leader must know 4 policies: persuasion, offering wealth, division, and force. Realizing the reality that you cannot achieve everything purely through goodness is highly essential. Weaving clever strategies according to the time is a must. This smartness is an unavoidable weapon for your goals, and you should never hesitate to use it.
15. Total detachment from worldly criticism. When you are on the right path, the world might criticize you in many ways. Do not change your decisions out of fear of society's rules or people's words. When the tough decisions you take are disliked by people, they might call you bad.
Walking on your path without listening to such criticism is most important. Society generally does not accept change or a tough personality very easily. If you try to live according to people's expectations, you will lose your own identity. Therefore, you must be ruthless when it comes to ignoring people's words. Let your focus be only on your goal, not on the noise outside. Ultimately, your success will justify your actions. Even if you are called bad right now, if your achievements bring good results later, the same society will praise you. Therefore, without getting attached to the criticism or praise of others at this moment, staying committed to your principles and goals is the highest quality. Friends, the badness Chanakya talks about does not mean betraying someone or stealing another person's property. Instead, these are protective shields you must use to save yourself in this harsh world. Before excessive goodness makes you helpless, adopt these clever strategies of Chanakya. Remember, this society gives respect only to the capable. You don't have to roar like a lion at every step of life, but you must know the art of hissing like a snake. Only then can you stay away from enemies and troubles. If you liked this video and it inspired your life, please hit the like button. To know such important lessons of life every day, subscribe to our motivational YouTube channel right now and hit the bell icon. Let us know in the comment box which of these 15 qualities you have decided to adopt in your life. Also, as a symbol of your love and devotion, don't forget to write Jai Gurudev in the comments. Thank you, and may your life be filled with happiness.